All right, everybody. Hello, hello. It's Thursday, October 15th. This is your async math lesson. We have another day of review. We have been working a lot in Unit 2 on decomposing 10 into different groups. And we've been really working on those friends of 10 numbers that go together to make 10. And we did a couple different things to kind of practice that. So let me show you real quick. We're just going to do a quick review. At the beginning of our unit, we talked about the two-fisted penny addition. And we had this little problem where you had 10 pennies. And we went through and we would pick up one set of pennies with one hand and another set of pennies with the other hand. And then we practiced kind of putting the two sets of pennies together. If we've got 4 over here, we've got 6 over here, right? Okay, and we did that several different times. We'd get a different set of pennies and we'd say, okay, now I've got this many over here, I've got 8 over here, and I've got 2 over here in this hand. And so in a way, we were practicing our counting on without even really knowing that we were practicing our counting on, because we would go, well, if I've got 8 over here, well, I have to get up to 10. And if I know I have to get to 10, I'm going 8, 9, 10, and we're practicing that counting on. Then we transitioned into playing penny plate. So penny plate is when we really started thinking about the mystery number, right? And having to use those counting on strategies. So I know the glare is right there. Now remember, we're dealing with 10 pennies. So we've got our 10 pennies here in the pile. And then remember what we did is we would take a certain amount of pennies and kind of just grab a little amount, and we would put some pennies on top, and then we would know that there would be a mystery number of pennies below. So if we knew we had 2 on top, then we would, and this should look familiar from our calendar, right? We know that we're starting with 2 and we have to go all the way to 10. So we go 2, cha-ching, cha-ching, 2, 2, 2, and then we count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we stop when we get to 10, and we look at how many fingers we lifted up, and then we know that that is 8 fingers, so 2 plus 8 equals 10. So remember, we've been practicing counting on for a really long time. You're going to have some problems today that you're going to do on your assignment that are all about using the pennies. It's actually it has a picture of the hands on it, okay? And you're going to have some pennies in one hand, and you have to figure out how many pennies are in the other hand. So basically, that's like doing penny plate, because this would be in one hand, and then we would be trying to figure out how many is in the other hand. So if we've got 4 in this hand, we're trying to figure out how many are over here. So we've got 4, and we're practicing counting on. 4, cha-ching, cha-ching, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stop when you get to 10, count your fingers, and that would be 6. So we're going to be doing a little bit of that on our assignment. And then the rest of the week, we've been spending a lot of time working on our change diagrams. Big practice on this, because we're going to be using our change diagrams all the time. So let's just make sure that we know how we are supposed to fill these change diagrams in. And I'm going to give you just a quick little problem. So let's just say that, oh gee, I had 4 pennies in the cup, and I added 5 more pennies. How many pennies do I have in the cup now? So I had 4 in the cup and I added 5 more. Remember, we're getting bigger, right? If we're getting bigger, I know it's an adding problem. And I added 5. So remember, when you're telling me how something changes, you need to make sure that you put a plus or a minus in there so I know if it got bigger or smaller. Okay, and then how many pennies do I have in there now? So remember, boys and girls, when we fill in these top boxes, I always expect to see a question mark. I never want you to erase that question mark out, okay? You leave that question mark there. So now you need to do a strategy, okay? So Maybe I do counting on. I start with my 4 and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I go 4, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my goodness, that is the answer at the end. The mystery number, let's remember to put our mystery box on the side that we need. This is where the question mark was. This is where the beginning number is. This is going to be the change. So we're going to have to put that +5 right there. And then remember, my answer is 9, so we fill in the question mark with a number down here. So you leave the question mark up here, and you put your answer down here. And then don't forget, we need to put a unit. We were talking about pennies. So I would need to write pennies. Okay, don't forget your unit name, your unit label. All right, so let's just talk about the different parts that we have here. If you were reading the question up here, you would have to underline and circle. That's part of the problem. If you don't underline or circle, then you get marked down, okay? Then remember that you need to fill in the change boxes up here. Then you need to do a drawing, okay? Then you need to do a number model. And you're going to see on this assignment, we're going to have a separate place for you to put your answer and for you to put your unit. So those are going to be some extra points for you down there, okay? Making sure that we are really able to tell about all the different parts. Okay, so that's just an example of the change diagram and what I expect to see. And now I'm going to show you a sample of the document. You're going to have your own assignment to do. And then, but I have one that looks just like your assignment that we are going to practice on, just so that you see how to do the assignment. So this is our practice assignment, okay? We're going to do this one together. Your assignment is going to look just like it. This is actually it here. It looks just like it, but the problems are slightly different, okay? But I'm going to show you how to do everything, and then you will also notice I tried to put most everything on here that you need. And then when you look here, you'll see that you also have these little speaker buttons that give the instructions to you in case you forget, okay? So here is our problem, our practice assignment here today. So you're going to have, you notice this looks like the right hand and the left hand, okay? So this is the story. Anya has 10 pennies altogether, and she has 7 pennies in one hand. How many will she have in the other hand? Use the counting on strategy to figure it out. I'm going to read that one more time. It's always good to read it twice. Anya has 10 pennies altogether. Ooh, that's important to know. She has 7 pennies in one hand. How many pennies will she have in the other hand? Use that counting on strategy to help you figure it out. So you have your picture right here, boys and girls, and you're going to have to do that counting on strategy for yourself. There's no box for you to fill in, but you need to do it in your head. So if we know that she has 7 pennies in her hand, we're going to put that in our bank. Cha-ching, cha-ching, 7, 7, 7. So now we're going to count on 8, 9, 10. You stop at 10, right? And then how many fingers did you lift up? That's how many pennies she still needs to get. Okay, so you will notice that right here, if I click, there's a text box. You can't see it, but if you click right on top of that line, the text box is there. And all you have to do is type in your answer and then click out here so that you don't mess anything up. Okay, always click out here in this empty space. So that you don't mess anything up. You click right where you need to be, and when you're all done, click out here. All right, now this problem here, so there you go. You get one problem to show me that you know how to count on. Ooh, goodness. Make sure you count on correctly. Do it a couple times just to double check. Now, number 14 is about the change diagram. So we have a number story here. Now, there are lots of things you have to do in the number story. And when you look over here, this speaker right here tells you all the things that you need to make sure to do. There are 6 things that you need to do. We're going to read it twice. we're going to do an underline and a circle. So we're going to need to click and drag these over to the places where they need to be. That's number one, you underline and circle. Then you're going to fill out the change boxes first. Okay, and you're going to make sure to put a question mark in there. All right, then that's number two. And then number three is drawing your strategy. Now you can't do it on the computer, so you're going to have to do this in your ELA math journal. So find the next clean blank page, and then you're going to need to draw it. Now, you don't have to do it right now for this one. We're going to do this one together, and I'm going to go ahead and show you my drawing on the dot camera, but you do not have to take a picture of this one. When you do your assignment over here, you will have to take a picture of your ELA journal and attach it to the assignment. All right, so here is the problem. When you're done doing the drawing, though, you need to come down here and do your mystery number. You need to drag this box and put it where the mystery number is supposed to be, and then you need to put your answers in all of those boxes. Okay? Now, the last part is, and you're going to get a point for each one of these. You're going to get a point for putting the correct answer in the box, and then you're going to get a point for typing out the unit name. So what is it that we are talking about? All right, so here's the problem. Read it once, read it twice. Bob had 6 cups on his desk. He knocked 2 cups over. How many cups does Bob still have up on the desk? Read it once, read it twice. Bob had 6 cups on his desk. He knocked 2 cups over. How many cups does Bob still have up on his desk? Underline the question, circle the information. So you're going to see that there is a line for underlining. You're going to put your cursor right over the top, and you see how it turns into those arrows. You're going to click, and then you're going to drag it. So brush, 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 brush. And I'm going to put it, I need to find the question mark and the question word, and I see it right here. So I'm going to put it right underneath the question. How many cups does Bob still have up on his desk? Click out here to unclick. See? Okay, so that is my question. I underlined my question. Now I have 2 things I have to circle. Bob had 6 cups on his desk, and then he knocked 2 cups over. So I'm going to put, see how I have my little 4 arrows again? So I'm going to click and hold on to it. I'm going to brush, 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 and drag it. I'm going to put this one on had 6 cups, because that's what he started with. Let go, and then out here, if you click out here, those little blue boxes go away. So that shows me that he had 6 cups. That's my first circle. The other thing I want to circle is that he knocked 2 cups over. So I'm going to go over here. You see how it has the 4 little arrows on it again? And so I'm going to click and hold on to it. I'm going to brush it over and move it, and I'm going to put it on knocked 2 cups over right there, and then let go. And then I'm going to click out here. So I've got my 2 circles, I've got my underline, and I finished the first part. Okay, now I have to figure out how to fill out the change diagram boxes here. So the little change boxes at the top. So if he had 6 cups at the beginning, that sounds like it is, oh, look at this, I made a typo. I didn't even see that. You notice how this says the end? This is supposed to be the start, and I wonder if it's on yours too. It is. So just know, everybody, that this is the start box, not the end box, and hopefully everybody's watching the video to know this. Little mistake there on my end, sorry about that. So this is the starting box, and I know that he had 6 cups, so I'm going to put a 6 there. Now, he knocked 2 cups over. Now, if he knocked them over, is he getting more of them or is he getting less of them? So how is it changing? Is it bigger, getting bigger, or is it getting less? And I think it's getting less. So right here, I'm going to put a minus sign now. The minus sign is at the top next to the 0. Everybody needs to look at the 0 and then click on the key that's right next to the 0. Put a little space in there, and then we knocked over 2, so I'm going to put a 2 with it. So a minus sign and the 2. I'm almost out of time on this video. The plus sign is also there. I'll show you that next time in the next video. And then My end box right here is the question mark. Question mark is down by the shift button. I'm going to hold the shift and click the question mark. All right, I'll see you in the next video to show you the rest.